Okay, now the full name of it is the Ancient and Honorable Order of Good Brothers and Sisters of St. Knickers. A long time ago, there was a monk named Martin Luther, and he wanted to get married, and he didn't like the Catholic traditions. So he started an even peskier group, the Lutherans. Now, people wonder how Martin Luther, a monk who was finally going to get laid, be able to marry his girl. Wonder how he could be so cranky and irritable. Well, the story goes something like this. Martin's father was a little bit wild, and he, and just remember, if this isn't historically accurate, it should be. But anyway, Martin Luther's father had the hots for a prostitute who happened to be Jewish too, on top of everything else, and she was a bit of a song and dance girl too. And so anyway, Martin had a half brother, who might have been a sister or a brother, named Toole. And Toole Luther had a fetish for clergy outfits, so much so that he not only went into the priesthood, or not the priesthood, but went into a monastery and became a monk, but also became a nun. And depending on which, week, Toole was at one or the other, the convent or the seminary. And, of course, Toole was really wild, and because of his mother, he was in good with the brothel workers union. And, there was a lot of persecution going on between Catholics and Protestants, but the one thing that they were unanimous about was their hatred of all things queer and kinky. Now one of the things, regardless of whether Toole was dressed as a nun or as a brother, the one thing that Toole couldn't resist were really beautiful knickers. And so these are like the candy cane knickers with really pretty nail polish colored shoes, the bright patent leather, which they didn't have them, but these were just like really well polished shoes, and garter belts and things like that. So that's how they began to tell each other. They'd show a little leg, and the knickers would be on there when they were meeting in secret. And of course, under Martin Luther, they had to, when Lutheranism started taking over, they had to stop performing. So actors and the few actresses that they had to go undercover, and so makeup became a really big thing, and cross-dressing and all of this. But Toole had a real soft spot in his heart for people, just didn't want to see them suffer or going through, these horrific and horrible changes. So the legend has it that Toole used to rescue, political prisoners, and because he had gotten to be such a master of disguise, he was able to go into, jail, and they never get into the details too much, but he would get in and impersonate one prisoner, and then carry underneath, his monk's outfit, the nuns, and change over. So then all of a sudden he would be locked in the cell. Of course, you got to work with your imagination a little bit. So anyway, the Good Brothers and Sisters of St. Knickers is something, an order that the Fairy King that would be me, is going to be very supportive of. I think it's the first Judeo-Christian organization that I can have anything to deal with, on a regular basis and enthusiastically. So we are going to be getting together here at our home and setting down the foundation for this. But of course, there will be all kinds of outrageous things going on as time progresses. But really, what we want to stay focused on is helping the poor. So, we are hoping that people will join the ancient and honorable Order of the Good Brothers and Sisters of St. Knickers. And, you don't have to cross-dress, but you do have to have an appreciation for knickers. It's very important. And the more elaborate the knickers, the better, and so anyway, there will be more about this aspect of the charity as time goes on. But for now, we'll take on such mundane tasks as trying to find ways of helping the homeless, and and the other thing is one of our mascot, the mascot of the order is definitely the street hooker. So this is Use the Fairy King, and that's all for now. Have a wonderful life. Have a good night.